Hi traders, this is David from Apex Alpha Wave Trader. So I made a video and I talked about what the outlook was for the dollar index. So if you are watching this and you haven't watched that, please watch that before you watch this one. So right now I'm currently on the daily time frame here for the dollar index, and in this video I want to speed run through the major currencies. Now for the dollar index we have 1, 2, 3, and we are currently in the fourth wave. Now if I go down to the 4-hour time frame, you guys can easily see that we are in what looks like an expanding triangle. So for those of you who are a little bit familiar with triangle formations, you know that triangles are continuation patterns most of the time, and because we see this happening here in the fourth wave, we're expecting another move down, one more leg down to this trend line here, and I've put in the alphabets for the triangle, which I'm seeing here. So we have one more leg to go. So going down to the 1-hour time frame for the dollar index, you can see here the A, the B, the C, the D legs. Okay, and for the fifth leg, which is the E wave, you can see we are currently in the wave 1, 2, 3, 4. So we possibly have one more wave to go for wave 5, and after that we can start the downward move down. Okay, so with that in mind, I'm going to quickly see if I can go through the major currencies with you guys. I'm not going to start from the monthly now. I'm just going to run through all of them starting from the daily time frame so that we'll have an idea of what the week looks like. So since we are looking at a bearish outlook for the dollar, if we are looking at these currency pairs, we have to consider that, for instance, the USDCHF, we are considering a bearish trade for this week. And I'm talking of swing trades here. I'm not talking of scalping or possibly intraday trades. Okay, so this is a daily time frame for the USD CHF. So all I have to show you guys is quickly to draw these lines here where we are, and you can see that this is a triangle, and everybody knows that a triangle in a downtrend is a continuation pattern. Okay, so if we were counting waves, I could call here by 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, or 1, 2, 3, and 4th wave. So we have one more wave to go. So going to the 4-hour time frame, this is what we see. So if you wanted to trade the USD CHF, you will either wait for this move to get up here to the topmost part of the triangle, and then you look for a wave top situation there, or you wait for a break of the triangle here and trade it down. All right, so that's USD CHF. So let's have a look at GBP USD quickly. So for the GBP, this is what we are seeing. Let's have a look here. Okay, if I were to draw the lines, what do we see? What do we see here? Okay, we are having a sort of channel here. Okay, and this is a sort of a reversal signal as well. All right, because we have wave 1, 2, 3. We have a wave in here too, but I can count here wave 1, wave 2, 3. I can consider here because this is my wave 2. Okay, so this is wave 4, which is very deep for this one. And then what we're expecting here is a divergence situation. You can see that's what's looking like here. So if as long as we get a divergence situation just before we get to the top of wave 2 here, then we should be good to go for a move up. All right, so possibly we are looking for something like this on the Euro GBP, I mean the GBP USD, and then for price to take off. Okay, this looks like an interesting trade. So I'm going to the 1-hour time frame to have a better look. All right, so what we're waiting for here, I think I can count waves here. We have wave 1, wave 2, wave 3. This is wave 4, wave 5. So we are waiting for a correction here. It could be a flat, it could be a zigzag pattern, but wait for a correction here, possibly wait for this trend line to be broken, and then you can take your trade to the upside for the GBP USD. I hope that you guys understood that. Okay, so let's go to the Euro USD and have a quick look. And this is what's happening for the Euro USD. You can see that it's mirroring the dollar index perfectly. We had wave 1 here, wave 2, wave 3, we are in wave 4 here. Okay, so this is the 4th wave right here. And if I were to draw the lines like so, forgive me for running through this. I'm trying to be as fast as I can. Okay, so you can see here, this is what's going on. We have a complex corrective pattern going on here. Okay, so One moment, just want to make this a little bit more defined. All right, so when I was following this pair on Friday, this is what I drew. I ended up getting what looked like a wedge, which is actually a wedge. If I take this out, okay, I'm just going to move that trend line away. You can see that it was a wedge, and then the market broke through. And if we were to count it in terms of triangle as well, a wedge, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and also A, B, C, D, and E. All right. So I am looking at this as with 1 and with 2. So we should get, if we get a golden cross here, okay, a golden cross, and then the market should go up. Now, I believe that this trade is valid because this looks like a divergence situation going on here. We had positive divergence here with the histogram. Okay, we already have golden cross here, golden cross here. So what is happening here? As long as the market doesn't break below this point, we should get our third wave up and running. Okay, so in my own case, all I have to do is plot the APAC here like so, and you can see that my first price target is to this region here, and that should give me something about 234 pips. All right, so let me quickly go to the next. Let's have a look at USDJPY. USDJPY is always an anomaly as far as I can see, but on the daily time frame, this is what I'm seeing. All right, the market has been respecting this region of support for quite a while. If I go to the weekly, you can see that this area is a strong area in terms of support, so we can't discount that. So we're seeing what looks like a hammer bar here. Okay, so this is on the weekly time frame. Going back to the daily now, so we can't dispute that. And if I go to the 4-hour time frame, you guys will see here that we have what is positively a positive divergence situation. You can't run from this. I wish I could tell you guys that the market was going down actively, but that's not what's happening here right now for the USDJPY. If you check the other yen pairs, you will see that they are all setting up to go up as well. All right, so if we were to look at this with a very lazy eye, this looks like an expanding triangle on its own, but that's not what I want to see. This is a divergence situation, but it's not a very powerful one. All right, so what we're expecting here, if I go down to the 1-hour time frame, you can see we already have a wave bottom situation, an Elliott bull wave going on here with 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and this fifth wave has not finished yet. Typically it should get as high as somewhere here to give us basically we're looking for something like this. Okay, so typically it should give us here. Okay, so this fifth wave hasn't completed. Once that is completed, we are looking for a wave top situation here. So I'm just going to mark here like this. So when we get a break of this trend line, we can trade this going down. Okay, so possible profit potential here is about 107 to 9 pips. So for the USDJPY, at least for the time being, this is what we are looking at. All right, so I'm going to quickly go to the other pairs now, just USD CAD and AUDUSD left. So for the USD CAD, this is what's happening. Okay, on the daily time frame, we had the 1, 2, 3, we're in the fourth wave right now. So all you have to do is just draw your trend line here and wait. Okay, going to the 4-hour time frame now, this is what I'm seeing. Just mark it up. Okay, this looks like a wedge. All right, or what do you call this, an ending diagonal, or whatever they call it. So what we are waiting for is a situation that will give us now this is the 1-hour chart, and on the 1-hour chart, after this positive divergence situation, we had a wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. So you see we've completed this leg. So what is going on here looks like a retracement of this move. All right, so and you can see we already have, if I can get this working properly, we already have divergence here. So what we're waiting for typically is something like this, and then for the market to come down. All right, so if I go to the 15-minute time frame and I make it so guys, this is what I'm seeing for the USD CAD. Wait for a break of this trend line and possibly go short. All right, just engage in proper technical analysis and you should be fine. Now let's have a look at AUDUSD. And from the daily time frame, you can see now there's something I learned from a trader. he said if you can't understand the chart, look for what you do understand and then analyze from there. Now this looks like a massive zigzag pattern, but I don't want to look at it from that point of view. I'm going to, you see where I drew this line here, I'm going to discount everything I'm seeing to the back here, and I'm going to start from here and call here my first wave, this entire mess here my second, third, so I'm currently in the fourth wave. Okay, that's what me I'm analyzing, and then I'm going to draw my lines. Okay, I think my mouse has a problem, sorry about that. So let me go to the 4-hour time frame and I can draw it properly. See, something's wrong with my mouse, it's jiggling up and down. So you can see here we have a symmetrical triangle in an uptrend. Okay, so I think this will give us an A, a B, a C. We possibly have A, B, C. We possibly have a D and a E to go. So, but if I go lower, we can see clearly we have a wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and wave 5. So we are waiting for a correction. Now let's go lower to the 15-minute time frame. So what we are seeing here, if this is a wave 5, so what we are seeing here is a correction. And this correction looks suspiciously like it's going to be a zigzag pattern. And you know a zigzag pattern looks like this. Okay, so that means that if we can get a break of this trend here, we can trade this to the upside. So from here, should give us at least 50 pips to this triangle. And of course, I'm expecting that the market is going to go up and ahead. If this is the fourth wave, and I go to, and I plot my APAC here, like so, okay, I think I need to check for another calculation, obviously. I'm seeing that, one moment. Okay, I have to delete everything here and show you guys a calculation from the 4-hour chart. Sorry about that. Let's just see. Okay, wow, there's a whole lot of lines here. Okay, so let's go back to the 4-hour time frame, and I'm going to do that again from here with 1 and with 2. So you can see we have profit targets to go up here. So let's say we are aiming for target 6. So target 6 from where we are is about 315 pips. Guys, this is a swing trade. All right, so if you are going to trade the smaller one from here to this level here is okay. It's about 107 pips. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you are thinking of a swing trade, then you are looking at about 300 pips. So that's a good trade. So guys, that's all I have for you today for the analysis on the dollar index and the major currency pairs. I hope that this was instructional for you. Please analyze the charts yourself and see what you come up with. But I wish you guys a happy trading week. And this is David from Apex Alpha Wave Traders signing off. Thank you very much.